Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Silly Slammers. I'm Dark Chocolate here with Alan Haters, and we're going to be keeping it real silly for you.
So everyone, welcome to the Silly Slammers podcast. This here is Alan Haters with my special guest, special friend, Dark Chocolate. That was in response to the fact that most people don't actually know what we're called. We've been called the Silly Slammers, the drunken something or others, and a bunch of other random things. So we have to set the record straight here. We are the Slam Dunklers.
Slam Dunklers. Anyone who doesn't know our name is just a slamature.
A slamature.
It's slamature hour.
So I'd like to apologize. I know we normally post things up here Thursday night, Friday morning, but I found myself in New Orleans and driving pretty much across the length or the width or whatever it is of the United States. So yeah, I'm back, and hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I know John clearly didn't.
Nope. I was disappointed when I got your call today. I was watching the show.
So yes, this is in fact pre-release weekend. I clearly didn't go to pre-release. John, did you go at all or anything?
No, I didn't. I could have, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get pumped up for a core set. There weren't that many, really awesome new cards. Like the Chandra's cool, Garrick's new, but beyond that, there's just a lot of reprints and new slivers. If you like slivers, cool, but it didn't really do it for me.
No, I was pretty much. If I would have won, I would have wanted the new Chandra, the new Hydra, just for money reasons and like scavenging oozes and stuff. Because I don't have them. Well, I have one. I have the foil one from the game, but I don't have any other ones.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, ooze is what, like 15.
I haven't even.
Yeah, ooze is 15. The Hydra's $30.
Yeah, I saw that. That was insane.
Chandra and Garrick are each 25, and Mutavault's 15.
Wow, that's insane.
Mutavault might dip to 10. Who knows?
It's crazy how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
That was what, 40 2 months ago?
It was 45 to 50 2 months ago.
Jeez. How much are the old ones now?
I mean, the old ones, the problem with the old printings is that while they're a little bit more in demand, like they're still not that big of a difference. Like I'm not going to trade for them at the old price. I'm going to trade for them at the new price because I just get the new ones.
Yeah, but, absolutely. Especially when there's not a new picture.
Yeah, I mean right now the old ones are 20 on Star City, sold out.
Jeez.
The old ones are 15. So, So on that note, M14 Prerelease, cool if you went. Hopefully you had a good time if you did. I don't know. I used to love pre-releases in release events just because I used to go to Jester's Cap, and this was I didn't like them because I went to Jester's Cap. I've got to clarify that. They used to have the rating system, and
right.
it was 16K instead of 8, and on top of that, it was also towards your limited rating. There was different ratings for limited constructed two-headed giant.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it was kind of cool to boost your limited rating.
Yeah. I used to like pre-releases. There are two phases of pre-releases. I used to like the the modern pre-release where they're all store wide. Almost every store has them. I used to like those just because. Back when there was pretty much one or two stores. I know David Adams always ran a pre-release, but they weren't really a big store for Magic. But you'd go and all your friends were there because everyone wants the pre-releases. Everyone wanted to get the cards early, and that was always
and usually
fun.
on top of that, the pre-release card used to be insane.
Pre-release card, yeah. They used to do mythics or at least
Sun Titan, Worm Coil. Yeah, I mean it was always a mythic. Sun Titan, Worm Coil.
A Johnny.
Yeah, Broodmother Dragon.
Yeah, all that. The cards were cool and all that stuff, and all our friends would be there because there'd be a kind of a bigger pre-release. Now there's if you want to go to a pre-release, there's 5 stores you could go to,
And then
and
there's midnight, there's morning ones, there's night ones, there's
exactly.
afternoon ones.
I think Bianchi, a friend of the Dunklers, Alex Bianchi, game day champion Alex Bianchi, he I think is doing 4 this season. I think I saw him tweet about how he's on number 3 of 4 or something for pre-releases, which is insane. No, back in my day, you could only go to one pre-release, and it was in Syracuse, all the way to Syracuse. Back when they had
Play the game, read that story, son.
Play the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in my tenure there, they changed their name about 5 times and moved the store about 5 times too. The running joke was change the name, move the store. That was their thing. But yeah, those I loved the regional pre-releases, the big ones. I mean, the closest one to us was, like I said, Syracuse. But you'd get hundreds of people. It would just be a huge tournament. There'd be flights. They're just, once it filled up with 32 people, whatever, they'd fire off a pre-release, and there'd be drafts going off all day for 2 days because it'd be Saturday and Sunday. And I was like early teenager. Like, I think I started going when I was like 12 or 13 to the Kamigawa pre-release, and it was awesome. My mom and brother came because obviously I couldn't drive. They went to, my mom and brother went to the mall while I played all day, and it was just like a cool little vacation. Which, now driving to Syracuse is nothing for me.
Hassle.
Yeah.
You have a car now.
It's a hassle. I could drive, but I have to drive now. And like, I can drive. I've driven.
Sorry about that little hiccup there, folks. Mom, the only person listening. But yeah.
Are you kidding? She's not listening. Your mom's not listening.
Nope. Sorry, Vinny.
She better watch out.
Yeah, a little hiccup there. I know what happened. Yeah, so John, you were talking about how driving to Syracuse used to be awesome because it was like a kind of like a vacation, and it was cool. And now
it was cool when I was like 13, and I only ever played at my local store, which was not a Buffalo store. I lived in Batavia. It was just a little store. We'd have weekly tournaments, and they were like casual Type 1 tournaments. So going to like a competitive-ish event, which at the time, pre-releases were the most competitive events I've ever been to. I thought all the pros were at the Syracuse pre-release, but it's kind of funny how things change, where now like the pre-releases are the softest tournament you could ever play in, whereas before I was like, wow, this is the biggest competition ever.
Yeah, pre-releases are actually really soft. Usually from my experience, it's the casual players who don't really play FNMs or things like that. They just want to get some of the new cards. They go to the pre-releases, and it's great to get new people at the stores and people out for pre-releases, but like they don't play on a basis. They don't understand a lot of the basic rules. They don't know, they don't tap their lands for mana. They don't tap their creatures for attacking. They don't they think blocking requires tapping. Kind of how I play.
Yeah. Well, it's a combination of the casual players being there and the gap between a casual player and a I'll just say skilled player, because I think that's a good word for it.
We'll call them ballaholics.
The difference between a casual player and, say, like a slam dunkler, for instance, would be that if I'm going to a pre-release, or any tournament, and a lot of our friends are the same way. We want to win the tournament. It's not we're not going there to open up packs and get new cards for the most part. We're
Modern Masters excluded.
Yeah, we're going there to win the tournament. So someone like me, and I know like a Bianchi, or probably you too, and
a lot of talk about Alex Bianchi today for some reason.
Yeah, he's on my mind, man. I haven't seen him in a while, even though I saw him Friday. Whatever. Actually, I didn't see him Friday. It doesn't matter.
He was gearing up for his streak of 60 hours of consecutive pre-releases.
Consecutive pre-releases, yeah. But a bunch of our friends will look at the complete spoiler before we play. We'll know all the cards. So I take Innistrad as an example. I talked to Jim from Collectors about this a lot. At the pre-release, knowing the tricks of the format is just such a huge advantage compared to someone who doesn't.
Yep.
The Innistrad pre-release, I blew out so many people with
Spider
Spidery Grasp.
spawning. Spider
Spider,
spawning.
no, not Spidery,
Spidery
Spidery
grasp.
Grasp. The +2/+4 untap and gains
Yeah.
reach. If you're not expecting that, that card is a absolutely huge blowout.
Yes, so goes your 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 angel rare or your bomb or whatever. Like I mean, yeah, that card is definitely yeah. I mean, if you're aware that it costs whatever three, I believe. If it costs three
That's,
and it's green, and you know that someone could be playing it. I mean, if you can play around that, you're just gonna win. But like
yeah,
and if you know the card's insane, it's going in your deck.
it's very easy to play around. However, when you don't know when you literally don't know the card exists,
Yep.
it's hard to play around it. So the gaps there, along with the inherent skill gap when playing a limited format, is makes the pre-releases a pretty good EV tournament for a skilled player.
Like yeah, I was pushing the whole spider spawning thing there because a lot of different archetypes can be played in the limited thing. Like they built in like the whole flashback kind of burning vengeance stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the spoiler, it's not really viable. I mean, you have to really open the nuts. But like something like a card like spider spawning, like you can play it as like a one of and just splash it. If you're in either green or black, and
Yeah,
it's such a blowout when you hit it for like 9 dudes. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
and that's just how you steal games. Just knowing what cards are inherently powerful. Because
Yep.
spider spawning, you might just look at it and be like, man, it costs like it costs 5, and it's got a flashback of 7. It does something, whatever. But like if you spend a couple minutes looking at the spoiler and you're like, man, this card is legit.
Yeah. So for all of you prepping for the Innistrad pre-release in -2 years, tell your store owner that the Dunklers sent you. But yeah, knowing the set is just a huge advantage, especially at a pre-release where a lot of people aren't going to know it.
Yeah. I mean, like in terms of core set too, like it really relies on basic mechanics. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not too complex, but if you kind of see how some of the mechanics synergize. I can't think of any real examples offhand. Like I wasn't planning on going to pre-release. I looked at the spoiler, but a lot of cards like the Young Pyromancer and the
Mm-hmm.
and like just instances of sorceries, things like that. Like I mean, if you know Pyromancer's a thing, I mean, people are talking about playing him in standard right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just looking at like the interactions. I mean, it's not as much in a core set like you said because a lot of the basic mechanics and they don't have they don't like set up themes particularly. I mean, there are the slivers which have pretty obvious synergies, but knowing those synergies in another set, it can be a lot more useful.
yeah, yeah. So cool. Hopefully, pre-releases went well. If you guys have any awesome pre-release stories about things you opened, things you did, whatever, people you met, whatever, set it up on the Facebook page. Love to give shout-outs, love to have people acknowledging they had a good time, and things like that. We'll see. So yeah, pre-release aside, I guess I posted on the group about modern testing, and we got some pretty good feedback. People's interested in some modern testing.
Yeah, people like modern.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Detroit's coming up in like September, so we really want to, really just want to get it up and, get guys testing, get people familiar with decks. So, I mean, I know, players are going. I mean, we got great players going, so I'd love to have some guys, day 2 do really well. And, if you just, you're new and you're not, familiar with Modern, you want to get into it, let us know, and we'll get you a deck that's, top tier, and you can play, just get used to seeing all the decks, getting familiar with interactions, things like that. That's how you jump into a new format.
Yep, definitely. Which I'm actually going to need to do. I haven't played modern in a while.
Yeah. And, we got some good brewers here. We've got some, great players. I know Kai's going to be testing. Cummings expressed interest. Bianchi, I think. Radijak. I'll be there, whatever.
I'll be there,
Yeah.
probably. I don't have any cards, but I'll be there.
I mean, we can proxy decks, we can build decks. If you need cards, whatever. I'd really like to get get this Buffalo Buffalo Magic community working together, testing together for big events. I know it's something you had tried a little while back, but it kind of ran into a couple little hiccups. So we're gonna try to do it again. I'm really gonna try to make sure we get people testing, we get people better, because I like seeing people do well.
I want to get Bob Martin in on this.
Yeah, I mean, but
He's the man that I want to see.
yeah,
He's the person I want to test against playing the burn
yeah,
deck, so that I
yeah.
know
So
the most optimal way to play against the
exactly,
burn deck.
you know, a burn came in at the came in the top 8 in Kansas City, and you know, we've got guys who can play a wide range of decks. We're going to try to get Adam Thorne and Scotty Bromowski out testing. If not, you know, I talked to Scotty. Said, you know, if he and Thorne can't test, they're going to you know, we'll ship us a couple deck lists and maybe tweak out some current list and you know, make a change or two to give us a little edge. And yeah, like I said, I mean, it'd be a good way if you want to get into it or just want to hang out, be part of the community, just play some Magic, play some Modern. You know, I mean, there's you know, events every here and here and now, but it's not really as you know, it's not really as played. You know, so let's get it up and running. Let's get
Yeah,
you know, let's jam some matches here. I mean, I'm all
absolutely.
for it. You know, I mean, if people don't want to do it, that's also fine. I mean, I'm still going to do some testing. You know, help out anyone who's interested. You know, I'm not even going to be playing, so you know, let's you know, let's see. I mean, I got nothing better to do, right?
Right, you might as well. Might
Yeah,
as well.
you know, so we're here to help out everyone. So if you're interested, just get a hold of us or join the Facebook group, Greater Buffalo Area Magic the Gathering Players. I just posted a Google Doc about that. So get in there and let us know your availability, what deck you want to play, and we'll make it work. So I heard you played some Iron Man with a Sorin versus Tybalt dual deck.
Yeah, so what happened was I won a Sorin versus Tybalt dual deck. One is a loose term. I was given a Sorin versus Tybalt dual deck at the PTQ, last PTQ I played at, because, long story short, they were giving out prizes if you got deck checked.
That's kind of awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
If only the prizes
the
were
same
worth
deck
anything.
check, the same deck check that I almost got a game lost from because of you.
Slam Dunklers tokens.
Getting game losses since never. So I had a Sorin vs. Tybalt dual deck. I had no use for it whatsoever. So obviously, when I have no use for something, I immediately just try to sell it. Took it to Vegas, brought it to virtually every dealer I saw, and I got no-sir'd. And it wasn't even like, because a lot of times if you give a dealer something that they don't want, they'll kind of look at it and be like, I mean, we're not really looking to buy it right now. They'll do it
we'll
nicely.
take it for $3 or something.
Yeah. When I gave the Sorin vs. Tybalt dual decks, people were, I would look at them and be like, are you guys butt? And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, you're not going to give me anything? No, go away. They didn't really say go away. But I just got like completely shut down every time. No, like not even like a pity.
You actually
offer.
got spat on several times.
We'll give you $3 for it. We'll give you a handful of dice.
It's like you were insulting their mother by offering to sell them a Sorin versus Tybalt.
Exactly. It was terrible. So I came to the conclusion that it's worth nothing. So what better way to get rid of useless products than to Iron Man it? Which, for those of you who are wondering what Iron Man is, you just play a game of Magic, which these things are set up to do, to play against each other. Sorin versus Tybalt dual deck. And so I played against Ryan, and the way it works is whenever a card hits the graveyard, you rip it. Easy breezy. So basically when the cards are in the grave, when they get ripped up, they're removed from game. And we're playing flavor rules. So something like reassembling Skeleton, which is in my deck, when it gets ripped up, you can pay the cost and have it reassemble back into a card.
Nice.
But things like Flashback and Unearth and basically every single mechanic in the Tybalt dual deck, completely useless. Needless to say, I lost.
Well, you did get some mad profit out of that mad profit.
I got mad profit. And it was funny because Ryan unintentionally said, he's like, all I've done is, there's a video on the page. He's like, all I did was rip lands this game. I'm like, all I did was rip instants. Because I actually just ripped up instants, but he just ripped lands, like drew lands. It was a nice little pun.
Clever pun there.
Little clever pun. All those cards were terrible anyway, so it didn't matter.
You take out like the 2 cards worth anything, or?
I took out like the 5 cards worth anything. Which means I left the Tybalt in there. Took out the Lingering Souls tokens, left the Tybalt. Dude, those tokens are awesome, man. They have magic back.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was pretty fun for the 2 seconds it was worth. But, yeah. People should rip more cards. That's really fun.
That is an option. You can actually rent the cards. I'm not going to endorse that or anything like that, but you're free to do what you got to do. Um,
Yeah.
yes. So yeah, let's go back to some modern testing here. There's actually going to be in terms of if you go into the Grand Prix, you're probably going to want some. You're probably going to want some buys. I will be judging a Grand Prix trial at collectors. They might be giving out a gas card and free hotel if they get a number of people. Maybe 25 or 30. I don't know what he's shooting for. You should check their Facebook page to find out. But yeah, it's going to be standard. A lot of people play standard, so if you play standard, come out and you probably get store credit if you win, or you can just,
Yeah, the prizes are usually pretty good regardless of whether
yeah,
you want the buys or not.
yeah. I mean, should be a good event. It'll be like a semi-competitive. I mean, it'll be close to a competitive event you'll get without going to a Grand Prix or something like that. So you
Yeah.
give it a shot, whatever. Um, yeah. Not really sure what else to say. It's kind of been a boring week, right?
It's been a slow week,
has.
yeah, for sure. I don't have. Oh, I do have a little random story. This is like a week old or so, and it's mildly
Bring the fresh content. Week old story that's not even funny.
and I mean mildly related to an ongoing story involving myself and a female judge from San Diego. And I mean the mildest of mildly connected. It has much more to do with my arch nemesis Tom Martell. So LSV, for those of you who are wondering, is Luis Scott Vargas. I would say I don't know too many people who would argue that he is not the face of modern Magic.
Yeah.
I mean modern as in the time frame, not the format. He's basically everyone who I've ever talked to's favorite player. Maybe not specifically favorite, but everyone loves LSV. He's great. He does great things for the community. He's just a lovable guy. He finally decided to stream on Twitch TV. Finally started to stream some Magic, which is what everyone's been calling for. So I didn't get to watch the stream, but once again, Bianchi is the one that told me about this.
He is the Dunklers man crush today.
Shout outs to Alex Bianchi. Again, and this is actually the third time. Game Day Champio. So he's telling me LSV streaming, and LSV, for those who know him, is known for being a troll. And it's hilarious. He does nothing but he talks in nothing but puns. He trolls all the time, in good fun, of course. And so all the Channel Fireball guys are in the chat, and they're and he's going around and he's modding, like making them moderators, making them admins on his chat. Conley and Cedric
Ochoa.
and Sam Black, Ochoa, Raptor, all these Channel Fireball pros, or his personal friends getting on there, and he's making them mods. Tom Martell arrives late to the party, of course, and he's
busy taking a long sweat.
Busy taking a long sweat. Although I can't talk because I'm like in a pool of my own filth right now, but. Taking a long sweat, he tells LSV, "Oh, make me a mod," and LSV, in his normal troll manner, is like, "Oh, I just ran out of mod spots. Ochoa or whoever got the last one," and Tom Martell's like, "That's bull. I know that's not a thing. Just make me a mod." And LSV's like, I'm trying." He's like clicking around, like fumbling with the mouse. He's like, "I can't do it," and like everyone's cracking up, and LSV's cracking up, and And Tom Martell is just like going crazy, like getting upset that LSV is not modding him when he's clearly trolling him. And I don't know who it was. Someone, maybe like, I don't know, it might have been Conley or someone like gets on and is like, "Oh, LSV mod me," and LSV's like, "Oh, okay, I'll mod you." Just like right in front of Tom Martell, just like completely trolling him. So, long story short, LSV, new friend of the Dunklers, doing the Dunklers bidding, hating on Tom Martell like everyone else should. Love it.
So speaking of streaming, what a great segue now off your random story. It's like I planned this out, but I actually didn't, because I'm not, I'm not, that organized or we coordinated or whatever. But
No.
yeah. So I would like to think that you had mentioned it several times. We should do a live show and we could stream it, and people could ask questions and things like that. So
Yeah,
we can.
so it was a thing I thought about doing a while, but I've just been, too lazy to do,
Yeah.
and I haven't built the stream rep like I have. I haven't streamed in so long. Like most of the people that were following me are probably dead by now. Although I think Dan Stella is still kicking around. I think he was my only follower.
So yeah, I think we can aim for maybe on Thursday. If you're free, we can try to set up a live stream. We can let people know. We'll do like a normal podcast, but it'll be interactive. People can ask questions.
Yeah, it'll be just like this, except I will have my Twitch stream open. I might be able to. Do you have a webcam?
I do not.
Okay,
The courts
well,
won't
we
allow me
might
to
be
have a
able to
webcam anymore.
we might be able to get a nice picture of Joe Shea to look at while he's talking, and you'll see me live making faces at him. And you guys can jump in the chat and ask questions just like it's a normal live stream, except we'll be doing the podcast instead of me playing. And we'll get some randos, which will hopefully promote the stream. And yeah, it'll be awesome. We'll have an interactive. We'll probably have a viewer question segment with just Dan Stella, because I'm sure he'll be the only one watching.
Yeah.
And it'll be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be all completely off the cuff. You guys can ask questions, whatever. We'll give us your thoughts, opinions. We'll help you with whatever you need to do, whatever. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a couple people in that. That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some giveaways. I have 4 draft sets of DGR that I don't want, so maybe we can work in a giveaway
Perhaps
or something.
if we get like maybe 100 or something people listening or viewing or whatever.
Tall order.
Well, I know
It's a tall
people
order, but yeah.
people want something. They gotta let their friends know, man. This is how we get the this is how we get the word out. You let people know that about the slam dunklers, not the silly
Yeah.
slammers or.
Not the silly slammers or the slam drunklers or the.
I do like the idea of the silly slammers though. And the slam drunklers, that's not bad if we, you want to. What we should do is do a night where the slam dunklers become the slam drunklers.
We should do a live stream at a bar.
Yes, and we can do it at the bar where Cummings DJs.
At Ying's,
Yeah,
yes.
and we'll request all these stupid ass songs, and he'll play them all too. No, he won't.
They'll play. No,
They'll have
won't.
the bouncers kick our asses.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, I've got no more names that rhyme with slam drunk. So I was trying to do jam something, but
Yeah.
wasn't feeling
Jam
it.
crunklers, I don't know.
Jam crunk. Ooh, jam. That's like we're getting into James Hoffman territory. Which, by the way, shout out to James Hoffman. He's like reemerged from the
Where
depths.
is James Hoffman? I haven't seen him.
He came back.
He's back.
He was at. Okay, so I dredged him up a week from today, or a week ago. He came to our Sunday Fun Day festivities that we do every once in a while on Sundays. And then he came to Tuesday Night Modern, and he played some pickup b-ball with me.
I saw him play
Thursday.
basketball, and I'd like to also promote that because I'm in town this week. I want to play some ball.
I will. You will get the text for sure.
Yes. So if anyone else is interested, let us know. Get a hold of Blevins. Play some basketball.
Yeah, I'm always looking for people to play basketball, and a place to play basketball too. But I mean, there are plenty of outdoor courts that I can go to. If anyone has a line on an indoor court, ooh, that's the stuff.
That would be nice.
It just sucks because all of these, scrubs don't want to pay the day pass to go to UB. I can play at UB whenever, but these scrubs don't want to.
Yep, I agree. I mean, on top of that, like, just playing an indoor court's so much better. I mean, especially, it'll be coolish. It won't be as, like, bogged down and sweaty when it's, like, 90 out next week.
Actually, it's a little bit nicer outside when it's really hot because you got the breeze going. When it's hot indoors,
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
just
I'm used to playing in nice, air conditioned cold area. I don't.
Triple Gym gets muggy as hell.
That's fair.
Also, I don't think people really care about the Triple Gym facilities at UB. Although maybe they do. Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. So basketball's a thing.
We've got to work our game so that we can challenge the Channel Fireball guys.
Yeah, I know. We need our team of basketball players to go against their team. So if you were building a dream team of Buffalo Magic players for basketball, who do you like?
Oh boy, I mean, obviously me because I'm just like slam the best.
Oh yeah,
outpost.
I mean you have to assume that it's me and you. We're the Dunklers.
Yeah,
and
it's me and you. Well, I mean, you're probably the 6 or 7. No, okay.
I'll be
So
strong coming off the bench, putting in my quality 4 minutes.
top three Magic players playing basketball. It's me, you, Larry. Obviously, Larry was a founding member of the Men of Honor, my intramurals basketball team of 2 semesters that did quite well. We won our division the one semester, and then we were in the finals of our division championship the next semester.
Shout out to Larry.
Shout out to Larry. Please, for the love of Pete, come back or something, Larry. We need to meet up
Or just
sometime, man.
move all of us to Chicago or something.
Yeah, fly us all into Chicago.
I mean, honestly, if there's another event in Chicago, man, it would be just awesome. I remember we went there last time. Were you there?
No, I did not.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
I need to go.
Yeah.
We need to do something in Chicago. Need to.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Larry's a great guy. So let's hope he's listening.
All things through Larry, man. All things
through Larry. I hear Larry's not the best wingman though.
We won't go into that. We will not go into that.
Larry's just hating, huh?
No, it's we're not going into that.
That's fair.
It's not an appropriate Slam Dunklers story. That's if you come up and ask me, I'll talk to you. That's a little bit of a giveaway, a contest. If you come up and find me and ask me about it, I'll tell you the Larry Wingman story. It's like the Madonia Reman story. Hopefully, he's going to tell it on stream when we can get him on. But I don't know.
I don't know, Madonia. We're just clamoring for some Madonia. The fans are requesting the Mad Dog Minute.
Yes, everyone wants it, man.
Yep. So yeah, how about some actual discussion about Magic today? God forbid.
I think we've hit the end, man. I think we've wrung it all dry. I think we're on outro. We're on like our first of 30 fake outros.
This is the warm up outro. We'll get 2 more outros, and then we'll fake them out on another outro, and then we'll bring it back to another topic, and then outro number 5. That's where we get them.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
So yeah, on that note, guys.
I was trying to do the setup outro, and then actually do the real outro and just really get them.
No, we got to announce some more stuff coming up here. So yeah, next week we're gonna aim for Thursday at 9:00. We're going to do that live Twitch stream. If we get over 100 people viewing, listening, and all that stuff logged in through Twitch, we will have a couple giveaways. We're not sure what. We'll take your questions, take your feedback, whatever. So yeah, if you're interested to do that, just get ready for Modern if you're interested. Join the group. Let's get some testing going. Yeah, I mean beyond that, what was the pre-release promo? Do they have one?
No, there is one. I think it's some sliver maybe.
Okay.
But I really don't know.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to a release or something, hopefully that goes well. Hit us up. This is kind of more like a general catch-all in terms of topics and stuff. So yeah, on that note, let us know what you want for next week, and just get ready. Get a hold of us for basketball if you want. You got anything else, John?
I don't think so.
That's it. We can do another contest perhaps where people come up with an alternate nickname for the Slam Dunklers.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's not bad. So
we'll think of some contests and post them on the page.
Yeah. So Mr. Dark Chocolate, can you give us the Silly Slammers outro?
Off the cuff, Silly Slammers outro. All right. I got nothing special. We should have saved this for the outro. That would have been perfect.
We're playing around with soundboard effects right now.
That we're testing to see if it's worth it. It's
high tech right
here. Spoiler, it's not. But all right, guys, this was Dark Chocolate and Alan Haters, and we will see you guys next week.